Recording live from somewhere. It's the world's famous TITT. It's home team in the motherfucking house.
No question.
Davis backwards and who? State your name, gangsta.
Menagerie 365, aka Crying Jordan Face.
As always, giving a shout out to all of our listeners. We appreciate everyone that checks us out. We're working diligently to make sure that we have a lot of content for you.
Yeah. Always.
We want to definitely give a shout out to, again, everybody that supports us, whether it's digitally, whether it's verbally, whether it's physically, and then hopefully one day, Philmatic,
financially.
Yeah, there you go. However you want to call it, just call it.
Yeah, yo. We accept the kind that jingles, but we prefer the kind that folds, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That boy good. As always, sending a shout to our big brothers out there, War Room Sports Podcast
War Room.
They got the best sports show on the internet, so please check them out 6 to 8 on Thursdays. WRSPN.com. Shout to Devin. Shout to B. Austin, who has connected us with a nice group of individuals that we actually got a chance to speak to one of them from the crew last episode. Shout to Just Davis.
Yes, Just Davis. Your long lost cousin.
That's right. Shout to Mike Davis, aka Davis. That was our last episode that we had. A lot of good feedback, a lot of good
energy from that one.
A
lot of people. Good reposts and people telling us that they felt the vibe. So definitely shout out to Davis and the whole squad.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, our guy, man, he's unofficial Heat Holder, someone that we actually got. We're like overdue to have him on the show. Jimmy the Blueprint Williams.
You're my boy, Blue.
International game spitter that he is. So shout to him.
Even though he eat those light skin Oreos, man, I can't rock with the the colonizer Oreo, yo.
let me tell you this, man. If I'm eating an Oreo, it's not gonna be the blonde joint, man. I'm sorry, man. It's gotta be the original.
Gotta be the Nubian, yo.
I don't even want the double stuff. Pause. Just give me just the regular Oreo, man. I don't need all that extra stuff, man.
Just gotta have a Nubian Oreo, man. You can't have them colonizer Oreos out there in the streets. That's those appropriation Oreos.
Yeah, that's not what's rocking over here, B. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
You my dog. I love you, but shit ain't rocking over here, B.
No way. And then of course, since we are talking about food, of course we gotta give a shout out to our favorite food aficionados, the Burtons and John Appetit. Still going strong, still building their brand, still building their movement.
They're about to do episode 100, man. So definitely big shout outs to Chanel and Roy, man.
We're long overdue. I don't know what we got to do to get on the show, but
man. I'm trying to get invited to Sunday dinner. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get a seat at the Burton's table. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but these are all shows that you can listen to as well as ours on War Room Sports Podcast Network. So salute to everybody and salute to you.
What I do?
Not you, Pete. Our actual listeners, man. Not you.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely salute to the listeners. I thought it was the trash shit.
Nah. So we have a lot of topics to get into. The reason why we're actually doing this show tonight is because we've had so many guests. And, often people ask us like, all right, yo, that's what's up. Like, y'all doing your thing. But like, we miss y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with y'all? Like, what are y'all listening to? What are y'all vibing to? What's on your radar? What stories are you following? So we're calling this the Monday Night Menagerie. We're just gonna throw a whole bunch of ideas and concepts and
see what happens
at you and see what sticks. The first one that of course is gonna pop up on our radar, man. So we're big proponents of people living their best life.
Always.
So whatever that takes, whether you gotta go get in the gym and you gotta work it out every day, and just eat your leafy greens and only drink water and get that caloric deficit going on, if that's what you got to do, we're all for it. But if you choose to go the other route, Philmatic,
hey man, if you're gonna be a monkey, be a gorilla, dog.
We just ask that you do it in a manner, in a way that's safe, and you don't have the whole Twitter verse and the whole hip hop culture, sending prayers up for your
yeah, man.
for your revival, and you just went to go get some celluloid sucked out.
Oh, allegedly.
Like we don't like to deal with conjecture or rumors here and get you in the tape.
And for those who are unaware or are kind of confused about what we're talking about the mediumist boss of them all, Rick Ross, who
it was like the taming of the shrew. That's the best way that you could probably describe this. You went from being the biggest boss to probably being the 37th biggest boss.
Oh,
in Florida. Man, first of all, we were definitely concerned about Ross. He's one of our
I definitely threw out some prayers for him.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. We just wanted to make sure dude was all right. He's obviously had some health concerns and some things that just didn't go right for him here lately. Whether
seizures and things of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, people making attempts on his life, all types of stuff. So, he's made 8 studio albums, all of which have impacted the culture, and he's had one of the best runs ever. So
definitely.
So his influence and his impact on the game in the past, 12 years is almost unmatched, pretty much. So he's someone where his name pops up. He's a household name, and people, he kind of moves the needle either way. Some people just don't rock with him. Some people do. But overall, we just want to just make sure that our guys that are representing the culture the right way are healthy and here to be around, man. Like he's
absolutely.
A young guy.
Man, so, I'm not trying to see no Rick Ross RIP murals, right. Man. Definitely not.
So we said all that to say, man, by hook or crook, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta look in the mirror, So and
my man came out looking svelte, man.
He looked like he went from like left tackle to like fullback, man.
Yeah, yo. Man. He was on that off that Dick Gregory, yo. Pause. Google it, kids.
Nah, that's right. RIP to the legend too, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But no, man, like we it went from is this dude gonna make it through the night to Strange. Like it was like my man was on a catwalk. Like he came out and he was obviously a lot less weight than the last time we saw him. Mm. And then the internet just got hold of it and ran wild like Hulkamania as it's prone to do. And we know for certain the internet is undefeated, and they just they ran with the story, everything from lipo to he got gastric. Nobody knows for sure, but obviously Rick Ross and his doctors what the situation was. But I just hope the boy's healthy.
He's been moving differently here lately. Like his right hand man, Bo, recently passed away. He was someone that if you know anything about Rick Ross, he was always there to handle his affairs and lie together, cry together, like ride or die, guys. So
definitely RIP to Bo.
For sure. And that probably, don't want to speak for people, but when you lose somebody like that, things have to change, obviously. And maybe he took some things into his own hands, whatever. But we're happy to see him back in his state, and hopefully, he can get back to doing what we know that he does,
Yeah, and to be fair, he was already doing CrossFit, aka Rossfit. I mean,
right. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, we're at a point now where, like you said, the internet is undefeated, so you can't really even, you can't go to the store and it's just people just jump to the wrong conclusions, just based off of getting the jokes off. I'm all for it though.
Hey man, the jokes have to be gotten off.
They have to, man. You know, they you know, like they say, catch these hands, you gotta catch these jokes.
Yeah, man.
So
um
there's a lot of jokes that have been circulating around this next person we're about to talk about for the past 9 years. But famously, he told us never to flow though. Even in his worst state, where people were saying that people was writing his bars, he still was as Teflon as Rick Ross was.
He still landed the dismount.
So Drake, man, eight weeks in a row, God's plan, and this was just a joint that he
literally threw it out there.
He just threw it out there, man.
He did one of these joints.
Yeah,
like literally take that.
So originally, when people were criticizing the Scary Hours EP, it was only 2 joints, and I was like, well, yeah, let's be patient, let's just see. And sure enough, it was actually 2 joints, and these are probably 2 of the biggest joints of the year, and obviously one of his biggest singles. To say that about him and all his Billboard success is crazy anyway, but
definitely shout out to him, man. And
8 weeks going on 9 weeks next week as the number 1 song in the country, which kind of translates to the world depending on who you ask, but number 1 song, you know, which was something that kind of eluded him for a minute until Hotline Bling and all the success from the single.
Which is crazy when you think about it, for all the success
right.
Young Mr. Graham has had, like to not have that number 1, like that solo number 1.
Right, the solo number 1, right.
Yeah.
Now he's about 5 or 6 deep. So, you know, it's old news now, but
it might be premature, but does he catch Jay for the greatest hip hop career ever?
He has such a head start. Debut came out when he was 23. And then just the way that music is disseminated now. And see, Jay's whole thing was he was going, what'd he say? I'm gonna hit you with these last 2, then split and leave niggas with not where my influences is. So Jay always was, at first it was, I'm gonna hit you with RD, and then that's it. Then it was, all right, I'm gonna hit you with volume 1 and volume 2, and that's it. So he always was looking for the trap door,
for the exit. Yeah.
Right.
And he was trying to not fall off.
Right. And Drake, you know, for all intents and purposes, was always looking for what's it going to take for me to be taken seriously and for me to be a legend. And I know I got to put in, 15. So I think with him already embarking on almost what is this comeback season was 07.
Yeah.
So even if we just go from just talking about So Far Gone, that was February of 09. So, he's 9 years in essentially. He's done everything that you can do commercially, collaboration wise, tour wise, accolades
festival, Grammys,
exactly,
platinum albums.
So he's definitely in that running as far as just most decorated. Shout to Monique.
I liken it to like Jordan and LeBron. Not saying either one are Jordan and LeBron, but that's just in the sense like how Jay's looked at, and I look at it like Drake didn't go to college, so he got that extra, 3 years to build on the career
for sure
from where Jay started, just because and then the exposure of today's social media that he has that Jay didn't have initially in his career. So those things, the because of social media, I think the influence might even be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever. I don't know. It's one of them things. I just gotta see how it play out, because I don't know if he has the classics like Jay, like those.
See, the one thing that kind of it kind of muddies the LeBron theory just a little bit is the fact that he came in under the wing of the greatest guy. So it would almost be like a Kyrie thing if Kyrie started off with LeBron, and like it wasn't year 4 where that was his first year with him, and it was like he literally started with LeBron from year 1, and they had a run of 6 or 7 seasons together.
Yeah,
because coming under Wayne like that, and coming out under one of the biggest labels too, like it wasn't like Jay where he was Moss in the draft, where he was
Yeah, where they wasn't trying to sign him,
right.
and then so he's like, I'll do it myself.
I made in my lifetime, ain't signed me. You know what I'm saying? So, like he didn't have to, get the door shut in his face and, be on Freeze Records and Priority. And then, finally Def Jam, like from the door, there was the bidding war. And he had the opportunity to do the Chance the Rapper thing like 6 years prior to Chance, but he went with the
16 years prior to Chance.
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about Drake.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you meant Jay.
No. I'm talking about Drake. Like Drake had that opportunity to just not be signed with the label. Remember, and it was the bidding war.
Yeah.
And, he finally signed with Cash Money, which I think that worked out. I think
it worked out. I still think he could have been. I think it would have took longer.
Streaming wasn't what it was in 2009.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it would have took longer, but I think he would have eventually got to where he is now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't have happened as fast though.
Yeah, so I mean, we often give him, some grief sometimes just because of how he conducts himself, but he knows what to do, man. He dropped the OVO radio episode on Apple Music with the NERD / Rihanna remix on there.
Wait a minute.
So the verse was underwhelming for me, but it got people talking.
Yeah, but the song is just hot. It's just one of them feel songs like I wish you would have went in a little more too.
I was going to say he normally
because it's such a big record.
Yeah, he normally catches that though. He normally
but it's going to have heavy replay value regardless because it's him and it's Rihanna and it's
I mean, I got it unsolicited. And I forgot that he was dropping the episode. So I was like, where did this came from? I got 5 unsolicited shares of it just in my phone just that night.
Yeah.
So, like from people that don't even really fool with him to people that think he's like a herb to people that just like the hottest music out. So that tells you something right there. One last thing about him, never too cool to not make fun of himself and have some fun. The Migos video is something that people already is calling video of the year. I don't know about that, but definitely between God's Plan, the Look Alive record with the
God's Plan to me so far video of the year.
Yeah, God's Plan, the Look Alive record with the guy from Memphis, Block Boy or whatever.
Boy JB.
Yeah, and Walk It Like to Talk It. Those 3, he's already, like dude can just chill and just.
The Block Boy JB joint though, his verse on there is what I thought I was going to get on the Lemon remix.
Right.
Like he murked that joint, but that's also his artist. So he got to,
So
check this house.
Exactly. Definitely. You just see what he does, man. He gives you the trifectas of work, and he doesn't really take himself serious. Like he just has that mom spaghetti thing going for him. Like we call it mom spaghetti. Like you can't even front on it. Like I already put it out here for you. What can you do?
Yep.
So yeah,
he's the biggest hip hop star in the world. Like I mean, it's not even the question.
Without a doubt. We wanted to talk about Death Row Chronicles real quick because we had not mentioned that on the show. We actually we again giving people grief. BET is somebody that we
BET has got these tissue hands on several occasions.
But no, we wanted to give them a salute for the Death Row Chronicles, one of the best things that we've watched this year, and it kind of rehashed and then also shed some light on some things that we knew, but also posed some new questions and maybe made us think about some things a little bit more introspectively. So shout out to them for that.
Oh, it was an amazing documentary. 6 parts, one. But the fact that they got everybody that's been affiliated with Death Row, they had phone interviews with Suge. It's one of the best things I think the network has ever done. I mean that's going from the most recent thing from the New Edition, miniseries all the way going back to like Rap City and Video Soul, like it was just high quality. And this is what we've always asked from BET. Like, this is what we wanted. Just give us, our culture is so rich. Like, there's so much to choose from. Just do it well. And this is a perfect example of them putting their effort behind a project. And this is the results you get when you put that kind of effort out. So definitely salute to everybody involved. If you're not familiar with Death Row at all, this will get you caught up. I mean, this will give you pretty much everything you need. It was crazy. And Champ always says this about us. Did you was there anything that you were surprised about when you saw it? Was there anything that's like, oh shit, I didn't know that?
No.
Me either. and it's not a shot at the show, because like I said, it was phenomenal. I was like, I knew it, and I felt like I kind of take it for granted that we kind of do this.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing that I did not know that I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of people were. It's like,
that's the purpose for it too, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's not a shot, and it's not like I'm trying to I'm big myself. It's just like I really take this serious. Like, and my brother takes this serious. We studied this. This is what we love. So when we talk about hip hop, we're coming at it from a aspect of we actually read up on these things. We looked at the liner notes and did all that nerd shit that doesn't really exist too much today. We do it. We did it then. We still do it now. I mean, if I could find liner notes, I'd read the shits. I mean,
I was just thinking about it. We'll talk about that in a minute. In fact, yeah. But no, so again, shout to them. We're anytime we can see hip hop on TV that's actually being represented well, we're all for it, and we would love to support it. Speaking of, man, you actually posted something earlier today about one of the more I guess what I want to say, polarizing segments of 106 & Park, because it did have its moments. We're talking about Freestyle Friday. Did have its moments where it was great and it elevated some guys,
definitely,
and then it was some where you saw the politics of it and it didn't elevate the right people sometimes too. So to hear that Freestyle Friday is coming back, but it's being hosted by who?
My life coach, man, the tour guy, Torre. Big shout outs to Tour, man. This is that's something dope, man. I can't wait, because I had posted it and I was like, man, I hope BT puts the same effort behind Freestyle Friday that they did behind the Death Row Chronicles and the New Edition miniseries.
Yeah,
and a couple hours later, I'm hosting it.
Yeah,
word.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a step in the right direction right there. Tour who has 113 jobs. Yeah. He's just adding another one, get your checks, little duffel bag Tour. I mean,
so special shout to him, man.
You pulled up with Tour, right?
Yeah, pulled up on him on 6th Street in Austin last week, and I had a brief, chopped it with him just really briefly. Showed us mad love, definitely bigged us up for trying to do some things with this culture. To make sure that it's preserved and represented the right way, and I reciprocated that same feeling to him. Absolutely. And then he definitely said he would be in touch. So we definitely appreciate any time.
Come back home, bro.
Yeah. Anytime that he devotes some time to hang with us and shed some gems. Looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to what he has going on. He said he's got some tricks up his sleeve, so we'll see.
Yeah, and for those who are unaware, who think he just hosts a radio show or occasionally pops up on Revolt, he's still one of the best MCs in the world. Please believe it.
For sure.
Go check the albums. He got 5 joints. And then he got the project with Sky Zoo Barrel Brothers. So definitely go check out the homie Torre.
Yeah.
At Torre. I mean, on the social medias.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of guy having a lot of jobs that represents hip hop. Maybe a little bit more. Speaking of polarizing too, maybe a little bit more polarizing than Tor, who's kind of even kill, cool dude, doesn't really ruffle a whole lot of feathers. Here's someone that actually ruffles, you know.
I think I know where you're going with this.
A lot of feathers, man. Your man, Peter Rosenberg.
This thing.
I mean, hey, listen, we actually.
I don't hate Pete. I actually like Pete. But yo, you got he's not listening to the as he calls them, the littles. Like he's not the way he was championing them, and I get what he's trying to say. You know, you gotta let the young boys live, and I agree with him. Let them live. But come on, man.
So he basically posted something, and you responded to it, and people actually liked what you posted because it gave an insight into how you feel. Like, don't sit there and neglect the fact that there's so much good material that's coming out from people.
Exactly.
The generation from before.
The people that he came in championing, he has a show, the realness, like the people that his primary source of income, you know, totally neglects. You know, people like we were just talking about, like Torre, you know, like a Skazu, you know, like a RJ Payne, like people like that who make dope ass music that'll never get played, you know, on their morning show on Hot 97. Unless they, you know, smack the shit out of somebody or, you know, make a sex tape with Black China, you know, that's the only way that they're going to get mentioned on these shows. And then maybe, oh yeah, they made some dope music, by the way. So all I'm saying is keep that same energy. And then he went through, well, all the people that saying that don't buy music, yo, we have the receipts.
Yeah.
You know, iTunes is quite stacked. And we buy music, we don't even have to buy. Like the shit is out there, you know.
Yeah. And we're not talking about streaming either. We're talking.
No, I'm talking about people literally send us the music, like
MP3s.
Yeah, I had Prom in my inbox for a while, and I still bought it because I just appreciate what they do.
Right.
You know what I mean,
it's only right.
And then I go listen to it on Tidal, and so they can get their streaming dollars too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, so it's just. It's not even about, you know, what we choose to do. It's about the fact that there's quality music out there and it's not being represented on an even playing field. So to say people are disrespecting, you know, newer MCs, it's not so much that. They just want an even playing field. They just want to be able to hear some of the shit they like too, in addition to. So and keep that same energy, Pete.
The more that people complain, the better that it's going to be, because you have to realize radio is all about advertising dollars. They don't actually want to curate the soundtrack to your life. No. They
don't give a shit about the soundtrack to your life. They want to sell, they want to sell, you know, the club appearances and, you know what I mean?
The Sprint.
Whatever the fuck, you know.
Like Sprint, T-Mobile, Coca-Cola.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever they think niggas buying, you know.
Exactly. So I mean, that's what
I can't tell you with commercials on the radio because.
Right. That's a whole nother story.
Ain't mad at the radio because I don't know what's on it.
So with all of the albums that have come out, I don't see how anybody could be listening to the radio right now. We got
what vibe?
In Celebration of Us, Jericho Jackson,
Elzai, Crisis,
Blame It on Jay-Z, Annoyed,
my main man Annoyed,
Victory Lap, Nipsey Hussle,
Neighborhood Nip,
Tissue and the Tape alumni, OC with A New Dawn,
Amara Credle.
Yeah, I don't see. What up, O? I don't see how you could even be trying to listen to, like, where would you have time to listen to the radio with all this dope music that's come out in the past 6 weeks?
Yo, Apathy, the Widow's Son, got a crazy joint with Pharoah Monch and Pete Rock. The whole album is dope, but that song in particular is just phenomenal.
Evidence, if you're trying to, kind of, you trying to dim the lights a little bit and get a little dark, Evidence got that for you.
Yo, you got 10,000 hours. The Primo produced joint. Got another joint with Styles and another Tissue and the Tape alum, Rhapsody.
Yeah.
You know, it's all types of dope shit. Yo, our guy RJ just dropped Murder in 60 Seconds Volume 2.
Yeah.
He got some shit coming.
Nah, he wants it.
He's gonna get it too.
Yeah, nah, he's coming for what he thinks is rightfully his, man.
It should have been his a long time ago, so they didn't give it to him, so he taking it.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the homie RJ Payne, man. Like I wish I could divulge what I know, but I can't.
Yeah.
I'll just say he got some shit coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout to all of those MCs, and again, like Phil said, man, if you know what's on the radio, that's on you. That's your fault.
Yo, if you're in 2018 and you're still looking to the radio for quality hip hop music, yo, turn the radio on, go sit in the tub, and then throw the radio in the tub with your ass in it, because you're stupid and you don't deserve. I mean,
there's a lot of people that wouldn't get what that reference would entail, but it's because it's just so beyond. What they're like, what do you mean? What?
Play Russian roulette with an automatic. How about that one?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody that listens to us wouldn't know, but please don't do that. By the way, that's not.
I don't want nobody to really kill themselves, but just don't be stupid.
Yeah,
just don't be stupid. There's plenty of hip hop music out there. It's literally the artists are literally serving it to you on platters. We serve it to you. Like, I'm like a fucking waiter these days.
We just named 7 joints right then, and we didn't name the 2 most recent joints that have been highly touted and getting a lot of love. No News is Good News by a guy that we love and respect. Is
absolutely. I just quoted him like 3 times.
Yeah. Fonte, New Tigolo. And Prime 2.
Nickel. Cream. For my money, who the greatest hip hop producer in the history of the Earth, DJ Premier, Chris Martin, Works of Mart, Dallas, Texas. Houston, Texas. Yeah. Texas.
It's a big state.
Yeah. That'll fuck you up.
Fun fact, he actually has ties to Travis Scott, because he said that on his block in Houston, Travis Scott's uncle and like his family essentially not necessarily introduced him to music, but they helped cultivate his ear musically.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because Travis Scott comes from a family of musicians, and they all used to play music around the Houston area, and their house was like a big hotbed for.
That's dope. But they should have told him don't ever go on no other dude's tour bus. With the because to quote that great philosopher Sean Carter, if you draw.
Yeah. Hey, look, man, you got to be ready to bang out sometimes.
Hey, man, Tory was ready to bang out. I don't think
Tory got a chip on his shoulder though. Tory, we're talking about Tory Lanez, ladies and gentlemen.
More chips than Lays, man. But
he got a chip on his shoulder. People, kind of judge him for maybe looking differently than what they think he should look, and he just has a different way. Now he's one of those dudes, man. He's got anger issues, so you might want to just think about.
Yeah, leave Tory alone. I don't want no smoke, Tory. Like, I mean,
he's kind of a little dude. People probably had a lot to say about him. Like, just leave him alone, man. Unless you're like, yo, let's bang out, then that's different.
Yeah, hey, man. Don't.
He be wearing like pointy like rings, like the RZA sometimes. So, you know what I'm saying? So like, you might want to be careful.
Kick your funky heart out in this.
But no, definitely wanted to ask you about Prime. Lyrically, of course, every time we hear Ryan Montgomery, this seems like he gets better and better. Bar exam for
Funk Flex, he spazzed out on there.
Tabernacle, just everything that that we've heard from him, he's just improved. what are you thinking when you hear his progression, even in the past couple of years, from Dead President Heads to, like I said, Tabernacle to where we are now. Like, we actually are getting a lot of insight into who he is, whereas before we got a lot of bars, but like he was saying before, some of his vices got in the way of us really learning him as an artist. So here we are now. He has one of the more eclectic subject mattered songs of this, like albums of this year. The Joy of Rhapsody is incredible.
Yeah.
Like the sentiments that they're talking about there, where they're talking about loved ones, and they're saying that the street dudes are more loyal to their
other street dudes,
than they are to their loved ones. And then they got her basically talking from the female's perspective of that.
Yeah, she's basically the voice of his better half. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
that's a dope record, man.
It's an amazing record. The concept of it, because I mean, there's a lot of concept records about relationships, but few have reached the heights that Loved Ones has. It speaks to the skill of both Nickel and Rhapsody, but also just the preferred subject matter. It's very personal.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the stories are fictional,
mm-hmm.
it's a very relatable story for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they just killed it. I mean, you felt
her verse is perfect.
Yeah. Yo, I mean, she's amazing. like she's better than so many of y'all. Like, she'll never get the respect that she truly deserves. Of course, we're talking about our one of our favorites, Rhapsody. She'll never get the respect that she truly deserves, but she's phenomenal on the microphone, yo. So, big shout outs to her.
It was good to get that. We've seen her match wits with Kendrick on Complexion, match wits with Nobody with Black Thought on her album, and then Loved Ones. So it's good. It's always good to get 16s, but I like how people are utilizing her skill set. Like, they're not only just getting just like bars, but they're also using the fact, because I mean the female voice isn't something that we hear a lot on these big records, so it's good to have it utilized in these types of ways, I think.
Yeah, and a lot of rappers, they just get their home girl that happen to be around the studio, and rap this for me. No, he called in a professional, and she's every much the MC that he is on in every phase of the word. So the fact that he got her and they just made an incredible song, that's definitely going to be on our year-end list for sure.
For sure.
But I mean, the collabs, some surprising joints on there. I mean, we've talked about the era with Davies.
Right. We talked about Flirt with Chains just a little bit when that came out.
They're gonna be on Jimmy Fallon tomorrow.
Yeah.
But one of the great ones to see for me, just hearing the joint, and I listened to it and I listened to it sight unseen, which means I didn't look at the track listing. I just listened to it. So when I hear my main man I hear Mossberg, and I'm like, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is official.
Yeah, because his voice, when I first heard it too, I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
But you better respect my
motherfucking gun. He brought out the moss.
That was dope. That was a nice treat. And he's got a joint out.
Yeah.
He's got
Rosebud's Revenge 2.
Yeah. So
first Rosebud was fire.
Yeah.
That's more your darker hip hop. He's Griselda affiliated, so you already know what that is. And there's some other dudes that got, Benny. Exactly. Benny he got his 38 special, shot and stabbed, boom, boom, boom. Because why not?
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of good music.
So much.
Here. Prime 2. Anytime you give like you said, Christopher Edward Martin works of art. You give him that platform. You say get busy.
Yo, shout out to Ant-Man Wonder too, man, because he actually composed all the material that specifically for Prime 2, so Preem could sample it. So that's one way to get around sample clearance, where you have music actually composed specifically for your project, and then Preem just sampled it and did his, did the Primo thing, as people say. Such a fire concept. I would love to see them do that joint with maybe L. Michaels Affair.
Mm-hmm.
That would be dope. Get peep this.
One thing I gotta say though, real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Before I forget, the homage that Royce pays in these bars, like each song at least has one, but like each song or two, like just joints that and love. He's kind of sprinkling the hooks in there. In Flirt, Lucchini is referenced.
Got some Nas in there.
Got some Nas. Always give shouts to Nas. Of course, Guru as well. But my favorite joint is Streets at Night, man. That's the joint that I'm turning up to 10. Like, and obviously he gave a lot of those bars out already at Flex as a preview. But that everybody got their hit record, chick record, radio. Like, that's just Yo. Shout to Chuck.
So me and Champ, we was listening to the album. She digs it, by the way. She didn't think she was going to like it. She was really digging it. So we're listening Saturday morning, and I was breaking down the concept of Ant-Man Wonder. She was like, yo. I was like, well, they're gonna probably get somebody else to do it. She was like, what if they got the Roots to create music and let Primo sample it, and then do songs with Royce and Black Thought? You said they always do songs together. I'm like, yo, I'm almost number 3 myself, because I was like, yo, that I mean, of course, because rap is wrestling. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But could you imagine, the Black Nickel project?
No.
Oh my God.
No.
I'll be joining Elizabeth. I don't know if the ticker can take that, man.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine that.
Because that's the kind of shit, like Primo doing the beats, and then the Roots, like they actually created the music that he samples.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that'd be too real.
And then they turn around and replay the shit that he sampled from their original music.
Yeah, no, let's
insane.
Yeah, let's not even tease ourselves with that.
Yeah, man.
But no, that's a good call by her. That's definitely
that would be amazing, yo.
So
Preem, Quest, I know you listening. Let's make that happen, yo.
Champ called it. I texted you guys on Saturday or Sunday, was it? So on Sunday, because for those that don't know, she's from upstate New York, Syracuse to be exact.
Oh my
God. And man, I was so excited about the fact that Duke may not have had the opportunity to play Michigan State. That I was just elated, man, and then something out of my wildest dreams happened that trumped that, for lack of a better term, and that was actually the defending champion bowing out. I wanted to give you a chance on our platform to address that, man.
Hey, man, I can't. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my guy Joe Berry, man, who had a outstanding,
illustrious career.
NCAA champion, 2 times in the Final Four, came in with the a hair of being a back-to-back champion.
Yeah.
But all that being said, Texas Tech, they wanted it more than us.
Yeah, it was evident from the beginning.
They just wanted it more than us. The boy Davis,
Yeah,
you could just see it's what I told you in the ACC championship. We have great players. We don't have great athletes.
right.
There's a couple on the team, but all in all, we don't have those dudes that's just monsters. Like your squad, Duke has a lot of great athletes. The basketball IQ is not there for all of them because they're so young.
Mm.
And that might be the thing that ends up getting them. I can easily see them winning. I hope not. No, please, gotta hope not. But I can see them winning because they're so talented. But they're that basketball IQ that comes from just playing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think a team like Kansas or Kentucky, well, Kentucky doesn't have no young players. No old heads either. But a team like Kansas could get them, or Villanova.
Right.
So that being said, they just wanted it more than us, and then we could not hit any 3-pointers, and that's the great equalizer.
Right.
Yo, I don't care how great your team is.
That's how they do.
Their bucket's worth 3, and your bucket's worth 2. You're gonna lose.
Right.
I mean,
no, that's what that really set Carolina ahead of Duke in those 2 matchups that they won. So when that's falling, they're a totally different team. So
yeah, and they were not falling, and we didn't adjust to what they was doing, and they just took it. Yeah. And I can't say that, but hats off to them. I hope they can move on.
Yeah. I'll say you this though, like I like what you did as far as giving Joel Berry a shot. He gave you 4 years of heart and determination. There's nobody in this particular sport that really represented just working hard and really just being a leader for your team better than him.
He'll have a nice career as a San Antonio Spur.
I hope so.
Yeah. He actually fit with them like kind of perfect because Tony can't keep doing this. And
right.
Then, I think he can thrive in a place where they have a set system where he can be a piece to that system. I can even see him ending up somewhere it would probably be overkill, but like him ending up somewhere like Golden State. You know what I mean? Where he's backing up Steph.
Isaiah Thomas was the 60th pick in his draft, and people looked at him like he was crazy when he was saying that he was eventually going to be a starter, and all like he always talked like he was going to be that
as guy. He should.
And you see what he was able to do from being a 2-time All-Star to being in the top 5 in MVP voting. Excuse me. And I feel like anybody that's willing to put in the type of work that Isaiah's put in, Joe Barry could very well, you never know, be a starter on a team one day. Just like
absolutely,
that. We'll see. He's actually one of my favorite Tar Heels of all time. Just watching them these last 4 years, I've been pleased with him. So man, shout to Carolina Nation. I know I throw my shots and whatnot, but it wouldn't be the same if you guys weren't excelling. Like it makes it better when you guys are good. So shout to everybody that
I appreciate that, but I ain't as loving as you.
It's cool. It's different. See how I can be that way because we're like you guys aren't the hated. Like people look at Carolina and they say, I don't really like Carolina. People look at Duke and they say I hate Duke. Like that. There's
the colonizers, yo. You can't love the colonizer, yo.
Here we go.
They call devils, yo. They're devils. Coach K is the Night King, yo. Like he stabbed a goddamn dragon, man.
So, sidebar. Game of Thrones, April 14th, 2019. Gosh.
Killing me, Smalls.
I know we gotta hold on, man. We gotta make sure we see.
Yo, man, like I hope I might mess around. I said I wasn't going to start the books until after the series is over because it's so different. Yeah. But I might have to fill in the time.
I mean, well, you're good. You're good. In terms of for what's been going on. I think the books ended with Jon Snow getting stabbed up.
Yeah, I mean, they took a turn way earlier than. Yeah, you might want to if you hear about that sort of thing, you might want to turn away. But HBO has veered the course.
Yeah.
So
they're all the way down Kings Road. They're somewhere else. But yeah, so we'll see.
Hey man, if you don't know that Jon Snow got like shame on you anyway, man. That was like 2 years ago.
So Virginia got the Jon Snow since we.
No, they didn't get the Jon Snow. They got the Ned Stark. they got out of here early.
Yeah, they did, man. So tell me about this, man. You filled out a bracket like I did for our group. Did you have Virginia in the Final Four?
Nope.
And why didn't you have Virginia in the Final Four?
Because they're Virginia. That's why. And that's not a shot at the state that I live in. That's a shot at the Cavaliers. First of all, let's tell them where the University of Virginia is. Let's tell them that.
There's a Home Depot that was out of tiki torches, and it wasn't because there was a barbecue going on. So
exactly.
It was the home of a very vicious and violent and just a bad in America last summer, where they had the rally that went north for the KKK. So
yeah, so that's first of all. So all right, so there's that. They're not saying that the Cavaliers have anything to do with that. I'm just giving you like my perspective. There's no love for the University of Virginia anyway, because they're a rival. One, they beat us in the ACC tournament. Cool, that wasn't what we were playing for anyway.
Right,
but they were. Yeah, and we talked about this the night they won. We both said they're done because that was their goal, was to be the ACC champion, and they achieved their goal. Their goal, they said on paper, their goal was to win.
Right,
but nah,
you know better. When they were down by 11, I was like,
yep.
They don't have that type of team that can come back.
They're not the comeback type. And then so we're watching this, and I'm just like, yo, I hit the group chat and like, yo,
y'all see this?
I was like, y'all are y'all watching this? Yeah. These dudes are down 11, and Stringer Bell's his alumni, his alma mater is at the line for 3 shots. They go up 14 and they never look back.
Yeah, that was it.
And then they start feeling they look like the number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm. Now they were taking all types of shots. Yeah. I was like, all right, now guys.
They start heat checking, and then they start popping in collar. Like I ain't seen nobody popping in collar since '98, but they was doing it. And like I was like, yo, they must have seen their uncle or something do that, because like they was really. Like you couldn't tell. Like if I just showed you them teams and said who's the number 1 and who's the 16, you would have lost money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because there's no way that Virginia looked like a number 1 seed. I mean, they had a phenomenal regular season, but
I mean, they were the first team to ever start out unranked and then be the number 1 overall seed.
Yeah. So I mean, but to your point, they don't have the team that can come back. Once they got down double digits in the second half.
Yeah.
I always want to say YMCMB. UM.
Yeah.
UMBC. Once they got up double digits, and they kept hitting shots.
But so let me say this, man. This is part of the reason why you say that the NBA starts on Christmas Day and then it takes a break and then it comes back around Easter, because of March Madness.
It's incredible, man.
It's nothing like it. From the conference championships and all the you Negroes that the CIAA tournament weekend and the MEAC weekend and whatnot that couldn't tell me one score of one game, but you went to 8-day parties. One day, like that's what essentially the spring is about, at least on the East Coast. For us people that grew up on the East Coast, it's kind of a different type of thing. But that's really why you say like the NBA really doesn't start until April because of the fact that we had this phenomenal just event that happens every year.
These games, and no, you don't have all the star power like you've had in past years because
but it doesn't matter.
No, it does, and that's what I was trying to explain to somebody. Is like, man, all the one and dones, ruining the game. These games were phenomenal.
Right.
If you actually watch the games, regardless of the name.
Michigan with the buzzer. I mean, dude shot that joint from his ankle. Freshman. Yeah.
So. Yeah, he was trying to draw a foul, right. Reggie Miller style, and kicked his leg out, which they could have, I would have been hurt if they did, because I'm not a fan of the lane.
The refs out of it. Yeah.
The refs out of it. Absolutely. But if that was 5 minutes into the first half,
right? Yeah,
they called an offensive foul
for sure.
But regardless of that, he hit a game winner. That's a freshman. That's a kid. Yeah. That's an 18-year-old kid making a play, and he was calling for the ball. He wasn't. He didn't get thrust in that position. He was asking for it. He wanted it.
And they're probably gonna win 1 or 2 more games too. They might have a.
Yeah, I was looking forward. That's the one, keeping it all the way 100. Mm-hmm. That was the game that I wanted because I know we would have eliminated them.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no way for me to prove it now, so it's just me talking.
But just Asian experience versus them and just the blue blood. That was a W.
Yeah, I wanted, and that was the next game on the. But it is what it is. Yeah. I think I can see them easily getting.
I think so. Their path is different now. Texas A&M, and then
and coming off that buzzer beater, I hate that they got to wait a week. Because that kind of kills some of their momentum. But once you step in that building, if a kid is playing like that at 18 years old, calling for the ball, for a game winning shot,
you're ready.
You're ready. Yeah, absolutely. So
yeah, man, we love this time of year. We wanted to devote some time to it, to talk about it, and hopefully, I'll have more to talk about soon. We'll see.
Before shout out to my man, the town GQ, man.
For sure.
Shout out to him. Tar Heel, to the end.
Jamla was out here heavy in Austin. They came off the European swing of Layla's Wisdom Tour and came right out here. And
even though the head honcho and the flagship artists, like the Colonizers, my man, the town GQ.
Keep the lights on.
My man, Town GQ, man, he holding it down for the hills, though. So shout out to him, man. You gotta get that bull on here so we can,
talk about it.
One would beat you while the other's driving.
As I was about to say, man, we appreciate everybody rocking out with us as we head towards the end of the show. We had a couple more things that we needed to mention and make sure that you are aware of. For one,
Dame Lillard for MVP. I said it.
Yeah, 13 straight wins. Looks like they're probably gonna walk away with the 3rd seed. Best rapper hooper ever.
Absolutely.
Excluding nobody.
It's not even an argument. So miss me with the Shaq, the Kobe, Cedric Sabalas, AI. No.
David Barrows,
No. Not David.
Yeah.
Not David.
Yeah.
Even my man Captain Jack, who I do not want any smoke with.
Nah, me either. But
but it's Dame.
Yeah, it's Dame for sure. And pretty much it's a consensus.
He murked the dead president's beat.
Shaq is the only one that would not give him props.
Damian Lillard, he's still second behind me.
Yeah,
no, he's not.
Phil, our inbox here lately, man. I don't know if it's just a matter of us doing our thing and people recognizing what we're doing, but we've been getting a lot of good,
a lot of gems in the inbox, man. Our inbox look like Captain Morgan's treasure chest.
So one of the ones that we unearthed recently, and it actually prompted us to start something that we're going to do on Mondays, really Tuesday. So this is for Tuesday, but we wanted to let people know that we have this information kind of in our archives, and we got to let it out, man. So Jamil Honesty is someone that we're looking forward to having a conversation with.
Absolutely.
This is the home of the MC. We do respect Heat Holderz here.
He does it well.
Exactly. It's only right that we have him on here. In the meantime, our joint of the week for this week is none other than Jamil Honesty's Revival. And we're back. So again, we had to definitely play that joint. We needed people to know just exactly what we're working with, because, like I said, we're sort of being given this this honor of being somewhat of I don't know what you want to say, but kind of purveyors of this culture, and people are trusting us to get the music out there, my man.
Hey man, you know what we do, man. We got to get it out to the people, man. I told you we the waiters, man. You know, serving them up.
Serving them up. So, man, big shout to Jamil. That joint was called Revival, and that's our joint of the week. We will be having a conversation with him very soon, and we'll get into his music and all the things that he's doing. He's representing Baltimore County, just like the Retrievers.
BC.
He's representing Baltimore County. We just got finished talking about them, the Retrievers, but no, he definitely is retrieving a style that we know and love, and that's just that good soul music, man.
Yeah, man, that quality hip hop, man. That he restoring the feeling, man.
Yeah. So he's got a couple other joints that he's given to us, and we're looking forward to that. But that is our joint of the week, Jamil Honesty's Revival. And that is actually his daughter on there accompanying him. So, anytime, for our brothers with daughters, we salute you.
Absolutely. You know, that's near and dear.
That's right. So we were excited about this when we heard about it. When we saw the trailer, we were even more excited about this Filmatic. Roxanne is finally here, man.
Yo, Roxanne Shante, man, is incredible. One, she's a pioneer.
Yeah, for sure.
Legendary member of the Juice Crew. Yo, she kind of kicked the Juice Crew off. I mean, to keep it 100.
Yeah.
I mean, she was their flagship for a while before Shan, before G-Rap and Kane. So to have her life story be made into a movie is incredible. Like you just said earlier, anytime we get to see hip hop on the screen, it's a beautiful thing. Particularly the what I like to call the little big screen. Netflix movies. Netflix is on fire right now with everything they're doing, and this is just another example. I'm super excited to see this. Executive produced by Pharrell.
Yeah.
Nia Long's in it. In fact, the crazy part, the girl that's playing Roxanne Shante, her name's actually Shante, which is fire.
That's one of my favorite names of all time, by the way. Shout out to all the Shantays out there, man.
Yeah, shout out to all the Shantays, except for one of you. You know who you are. Fuck you. But all the rest of y'all cool.
And he's not talking about currency, ladies and gentlemen. No. But everybody said that one Shantae that definitely put them. Shantae. I know mine.
I know mine.
She definitely put me on to bodysuits. I did not know that women wore those before then.
Shout out to the bodysuit.
Yeah.
Yo. Hey, man. What a 90s. What a time to be alive.
The 90s, yeah. Particularly for me, 1993 into 1994, freshman year of high school.
93 too. Us.
Yeah.
Us.
Freshman year. So, yeah. I never mention your name. I promise respect. We'll keep it at that. Anybody that knows the Shantae that I'm talking about, good for you. Everybody else, you just got to just wonder. So, yeah.
Yo. Hey, man. I don't even know. Hey, man, we can wrap it up after that. I don't even got that. I got nothing.
Roxanne, Friday, March 23rd,
Netflix.
So it's probably gonna premiere at midnight Thursday.
Yeah. So I'll be burning the midnight oil.
I have to check that out too.
Yeah. Yo, you think we could play some Roxanne joints, or
Maybe some snippets.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask her.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
should be fine. Couple more things we just need to tidy up real quick. RIP to Craig Mack. That was something that definitely hit our community pretty hard last week. But the one thing, and I think that was the sentiment that people kind of expressed, is that he seemed like he was living the life that he wanted to live.
Yeah, man. He was at peace with himself and everything he was doing.
Yeah, it just seemed like that from what we kind of gathered from the last couple times he had been in the public eye. And nothing but respect for that man for living his life, the way he wanted to. And, definitely gone too soon, but definitely respect to him and his contribution. What's your go-to non-flavor in the ear Craig Mack joint, man?
Oh man, if we talking about just a song, Making Moves with Puff, this was my joint, man. I love that just that vibe that it had.
Get the cash, gotta get the dough.
Making moves, Sean. Yeah, yeah, man. That was my joint. But if we just talking about like just Mac being Mac, and that special delivery remix was just
a treat. That was a treat, man.
Yeah, like because I wonder it was like kind of some because this was still the era where you can still get surprised by some things. So I actually heard it sight unseen. Like I didn't know who was on it. So hearing Mac on the joint was like, oh shit, they bringing him back. And it never panned out to anything more than that, but it was one of those moments in time. Yeah,
it's a good moment.
That was such an amazing song.
Yeah, Get Down was my joint as well. Just the video kind of being in the kind of Terra Dome type of thing. with the mic hanging down. I always thought that was cool. And whenever that came on Rap City, I definitely love that video. But Making Moves was another one of my joints too. And I respect the dude because the front of the album, man, he had the Chiefs jersey on. So automatically, I don't know if dude like the Chiefs or not, but he automatically
he made the Chiefs jersey more famous than the Chiefs can.
at that moment, definitely, for sure.
Definitely. But no, like I always like him because he was just him. Like he never tried to be anybody else. He had his own unique style. It was 100% his. He had his own way of spitting his bars, and it was just he had this charisma that was just incredible.
Yeah,
So
he's got two of the biggest hip hop party records ever,
all time classics, like undisputed.
I mean, either one of like if you play the original and you're in a party and you hear that just like Uniblab, like that, or if you hear that, niggas is mad, or
can't
go wrong.
Hold up, no rap, no crap, you bore me.
Yeah,
what too lazy, hold it for me.
Hold it for me. Yeah. So you can't go wrong with either one of those. Big shout to him, and like we said, man, gone too soon. Speaking of, again, we like to celebrate birthdays around here. Obviously, March 14th is a big day for you, but it's also a big day for Sean and Bernadette Price.
Yeah, man.
And everybody that loved their father / husband, and loved one. One of the biggest personalities, most charismatic guys to ever touch the mic.
It's an incredible personality. Just the spirit, like everything that was Sean P. Like, man, I can't say this enough, and I mean this 100%. That was a dude I 100% believe without any question he was going to be a star, whether he rapped or not. He just had that kind of personality. He was going. He was one of those people that could have did anything, and it would have been incredible just because it was him doing it.
Right.
Like he was like Marshawn Lynch of like hip hop, like one of those people, man, that just it's magnetic. Yeah, like it's you're just drawn to like the charisma.
You could try to duplicate it, but it wouldn't come off the same way.
Never. And they were supremely skilled at at what they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, man. Shout to Mac. Shout to P. And our brother Reem, man. He's one of his biggest fans. So
absolutely.
Shout to everybody that was knocking P, not only on that day but every day.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about. Speaking of knocking something every day, man, I probably could listen to Passing Me By like once a day if I really got into it. Like I'm never mad when that record comes on, man.
Never. And I gotta listen to it.
Yeah. I literally, like, if somebody mentions it, I'm like, it's like
and then she goes again. The dope is Ethiopia. Yo.
Yeah. 25 years though, man.
Yo, man, you old, dog.
I mean, that tells you how ill 1993 was, though.
Yo, it's one of the greatest years of hip hop. We say it all the time.
Yeah. I mean, that's why when we say on the ultimate, Hip Hop 365 tip for tat, when we say 93 or 95 and people say 95, I'll be like
it's not a wrong answer, but it's just one of them things, man. It's so much happened in 1993. I mean, you get your first real rumblings from Big. You get Nas, early Nas. I mean, ain't hard to tell. You get Tribe, you get Onyx. It was just so much. Akinelli, Main Source. I mean, even just the shit that was on the radio. You had Stretch and Bob. You had, all the radio shows. You had the Wake Up Show. I mean, it was just a different kind of time. I mean, one day we probably need to do that. Well, I think we're going to do that where we have our 1993 episode. I mean, episode 193 is coming up, so that might be the one.
Why not?
Why not? We got a couple episodes till we get there, so yeah, that might be the time to do it. For those 93 still.
Yeah, but 25 years. The definition of a hip hop classic, literally you can play it and it goes and you get the same feeling and love from it.
I posted just the last 2 bars of Fat Lip's verse from there, and just the response that I got from people being like, even people that weren't like, I know for a fact were not born when the song came out. They was like, they were hitting oh, that's dope, and then you had to give a little bit of teachable moments,
right?
But the people that knew, it was like all I posted was the letter came back 2 days later, return to sender. Dang.
Yeah, we all been there.
Yeah,
it may have even been Ashanti that did it. Who knows?
Hey.
Man, I love hip hop, man. Big shout out to everybody. Again, Tissue and the Tape supporters. 24 Jaded. We see you out there doing your thing, baby. Keep motivating and putting the people on. RJ Payne, we see you. King Champs, we see you. Definitely.
That's another one, man.
Yeah.
Yo, he got so much heat.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice year for them.
Yeah.
Kobe Cole, one of the guys that inspires us and has gotten us to this point of wanting to document and preserve the culture in our community. Shout to him. And shout to you, Philmatic.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to you, man. Oh, yo, man. One other person I gotta give a shout out to.
Yes, sir.
Smooth the Hustler, man.
Yeah. I saw that.
Because it is the anniversary for another amazing project.
For sure.
Once Upon a Time in America, which featured, You
want to talk about raw hip hop? I was like, yo, listen to this, I'm never going to Brownsville, yo.
Yo, Brownsville.
Yo, all right. Let's shout to every that's not like a diss to Brownsville. That's like actually like a big up to Brownsville.
Yo, all right. So first of all, let's start here. Nope. Let's start here. Iron Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
MOP.
Sean P, who we were just talking about.
Sean P. It's smooth and trigger, yo. Come on. Like that grouping of individuals. I don't want no problems with none of them.
Yeah, I'm okay, man. I
don't even know if Mike would be the first one. Like, there might be some other ones on the list that I'll be like maybe I'll go holler at Mike first.
Yeah, Mike might let you slide in his sedated state these days. He might,
man. Yeah, man. But supremely skilled in their fields and
believable.
Yo, no. Yo, the family's from there. I know for a fact. I've been in those.
Yeah.
I've been in that zip code. I've been in that 718. It's legit.
Yeah, no, I'm
they are who they say they were. You know what I mean? Shout out to RIP, man.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man.
Shit.
We're looking forward to bringing you guys tissueandthetape.com coming soon. Definitely rock with us. We got a lot of guests coming up in the next.
Yeah, man. And shout out to all the people around the world listening to us. Shout out to StillLover.de, Wanja. Shout out to everybody in
Ciao Freckles. We see you.
Yes. Big up. Shout out to all the listeners out in Australia, out in Adelaide.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. We see y'all. We appreciate the love. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And everybody here in the United States, man, we can't forget y'all. Much love.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I think we wrapped it up, man. Kinda
pretty much.
Yeah, man. Quick shout out to Mark Henry going into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Saw that.
And Sasha Banks for no reason at all, because she's Sasha Banks. I mean,
where's WrestleMania this year?
WrestleMania this year is in that's a great question. New Orleans.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Should have been there for that.
Man, that's nice. By the way, Philmatic, I'm putting you on notice, man. We're gonna have one of the biggest South by Southwest showcases next year. So artists,
it's out there in the world, yo. It's on record.
Artists, get ready. Tissue and the Tape. We already got the venue set up.
Yo, man, if we were able to get the artists that we know, or just the artists that have been on our podcast, on our show,
it'd be a magical night.
Yo, and speaking of which, shout out to the homie Del P, who also has a lot of heat. Yeah, he's working with David Banner.
Yeah.
So they got something that's gonna do some things. So definitely shout out to David Banner in pictures and the homie Del P. Can't wait to get that out in the world.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. And
hey, take us out with the fader.
Okay, gang. You know what it is, man. Work for the money, live for the love, die for what you believe in. This is Tissue and the Tape. Home of the MC. Respect Heat Holderz.